What's happening, everyone? So today we're going to talk about my thoughts on the Monos carry-on and a quick little day pack that I picked up for my last trip as well. Last video I did mention I picked this up, gave it a real quick glance, right? And the CTB26, which is hanging out over here, which I'll talk a little bit about, but not much. I know, give it a rest already, right? But let's get right into it and talk a little bit about my experience. 4-day, 3-night trip. I had a couple different things going on, so the carry-on was a perfect just accessory to take with. It worked out really well. I knew where I was going. I was going to be bringing more stuff back with me too. There was some gear and some other stuff from training that I knew I was going to be getting. So it was one of those cases as well that, yes, I could have probably packed everything into one bag. However, I knew I was going to need some additional space anyway, so it worked out perfectly. So let's get into it. And yes, for all the germaphobes out there, I know I have wheels that just went on a plane and an airport, and now they're on my desk. Don't worry, I will Lysol the craziness out of this desk later. Okay, so I don't want anyone to think that, you know, there I am just spreading my germs all over my desk. So let's talk about this carry-on and the wheels and all the good stuff. The wheels are amazing. I will tell you, let me see my notes over here real quick. They are fantastic. They fly around. In fact, I would say they're so fantastic that they might be sometimes a challenge. So I was in the security line heading back from Texas, right? So I was at Dallas-Fort Worth. And I was trying to stuff some stuff in my bag, like all my stuff for going through the security line, right? I'd take my stuff out of my pockets and whatever. And so every now and then I would just kick this a little bit as the line kept going forward. And it had a tendency on the hard surface, just kind of cruise. I thought like once or twice I had to actually go like grab it and chase it and bring it back. So it's that smooth. Although I'd much rather take that than, wrestling with it. In the hotel, there was one, I don't know if it was thicker carpet or whatnot, but all four was a little hard rolling. The carpets in the airport were fine, right? So I don't know if it was just thicker carpet or whatnot, but on my floor, I did notice it was easier for me to angle and pull it on two wheels than the four wheels. The four wheels just didn't really want to roll as nicely from that perspective. So the adjustments for this are perfect. The fact that, it just locks in place wherever you want it to. There's like a ton of different options here. That was fine. I did notice if I overpacked it, it went to about there, and then I had to like rip it up, which probably means I put too much stuff in it. So then I reorganized some of the stuff inside it, and it got it back to the smoother operation. So that was fine. I did not use the lock, or, as you can see here, I don't even bother to put them in there. It really wasn't a big deal to me. It's going over the overhead bin. It's not like somebody's stealing anything from me. I'm right there. So let's just dive right into it. If you can see from the last time, there's this component that Monos gives you. It's kind of like a flat board. These straps kind of go over, and it has a zippered place for maybe like a dress shirt or dress pants or something like that. I removed that because it was just a little bit too bulky for what I was doing with it. So as you can take a look here, basically a pair of sneaks. This is the Peak Designs. I think I always get their size wrong. I want to call it large, but I think they just literally have a medium and a small. But you can see by the size what size it is, and it's a great Peak Designs packing cube. So I'm not even going to strap these. Well, I guess I will. So the operation of these isn't too bad. I think it's still kind of breaking in for me, but you can see how you can cinch them pretty well, right? Over on this side, I was pretty impressed with how smooth the zipper was with packing this up. So that worked out really well. Have a coat. This is a Tortuga larger packing cube as well. This was for their set out series. I still have their packing cubes and love them. And this is my newer day pack. This is the Osprey Arcane Small day pack. It's a 10-liter bag, and I'll get right into that here momentarily. So we set that to the side for now. But as you can see, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room. The zips are super smooth on this thing, and so that was really nice as well. All right, so just super easy, super good operation. Really, really impressed with the Monos. Felt quality, felt good, and man, I don't know if there's a little mark there, maybe. You can see the front and what that looks like, but I cracked this thing on the, so this is like my first time out with this, right? And I just kind of wanted to mess with it a little bit. Normally when I'm going back the aisle from an airplane, I usually carry right in front of me, right? Because it's pretty narrow, and I'm not exactly the smallest guy alive, right? But I was like, man, I'm going to try this thing out. I'm going to try the wheels, the whole deal. And we're departing the plane, and I'm just rolling with this thing in front of me, and it just moved enough sideways. It cracked the back of an arm of a airplane seat and an aisle seat. And I mean, there's some dings and dents and scratches on it, obviously, but nothing major. So super happy, super glad I got that, and that performed amazing. This little guy. I originally wanted the packed 15-liter day pack. As we always talk, I'm a big water bottle holder person, and so the packed 15-liter day pack doesn't even ship until I think the day after Christmas, right? December 26th. So that wasn't going to happen for this trip, and I really wanted a day pack, so I started searching, trying to see what I could find from a day pack perspective. And I found Osprey is a pretty good name. I wanted something with some functionality. I have a 10-liter Bullet Ruck, just so everyone knows. I absolutely love my Bullet Ruck. My wife loves it more than me, which is why she uses it every day, and I don't get a chance to. But anyhow, I actually emptied all her stuff out of the Bullet Ruck, because this was originally not going to be here in time, and I put everything in another bag for her just for the week, and I was going to take the Bullet Ruck, and I tried to put it in the Monos with all the stuff I had in there, and it was not having it. I'd have to take a look to see if there's a frame sheet in it. I couldn't possibly bend it like I bent this one, but this showed up in time and packed into the Monos carry-on way better than my Bullet Ruck did. So it's a traditional Bullet Ruck. I did just order a new double compartment bullet, which is the ballistic nylon. I think I'm saying that right. You would think I would remember fabrics a little better than this, but it's the softer, more agile operation. So when I get that, I'll obviously put that through its paces. But in addition to that, I'll see if it packs up a little bit better. I know there is a frame sheet on it though as well. And one of the other things that GoRuck does really well, but it's not as nice for packing, is their straps, right? Their straps are pretty beefy and thick, and so these are a little thinner and flimsier and make it a little bit easier to pack. So anyways, this is the Arcane. It has a single exterior pocket here. Pretty simple, right? I threw my Rhodia tablet in here during the day. So I wanted this for, I was doing classes like 3 or 4 days while I was there. Super simple. I had a laptop. I had my Christian planner. I did get an iPad while I was out there, and I think that was about it. I think I may have had one other tablet thing that I had. So the Arcane does this interesting, not quite full zip opening. So it doesn't fully clamshell. It's like half clamshell, half not, which is interesting. And that's it. Like that's what you got inside. So you got a section for a laptop or some other type of item there. You do have another slot for like an iPad. And then if you want anything else, you can kind of see the depth there, the organization. This worked perfect for everything I was trying to do. It really did. It was nice. It was lightweight. This section is pretty nice as far as the extra room there as well. I'll use this, I guess, as an example. So, just so you can kind of get a size, I had a 13-inch MacBook in there. This is a little bigger than a 13-inch MacBook, but that's a full 8.5 by 11. I can still get it in there, right? This is holding 8.5 by 11 paper, right? So, if you want, let me grab a MacBook Air. How about that? And so, here is a 13-inch MacBook Air. As you can see, it gets swallowed in there. So I don't know anything about 15, 16. I'm not going to say that. I don't have any of those. I have a 13-inch Pro and a 13-inch Air, and both of them fit perfectly. So that was pretty awesome from that perspective. Let's see here. That's about all I can say for that. The CTV-26 performed well, like it always does. When I was bringing stuff home, I had to like move some stuff around, so I put my Bellroy dock kit in there, right? I was rocking that, and as always, this did a really good job. There was a comment, I think on my CTV-26 review, we were talking about how this thing just kind of explodes, right? It looks really big for a daily carry. And that's been my one uneasiness out of this whole item is, and the gentleman who was commenting was like, you guys look like you're everyday carry, like you're packing for Europe for 2 weeks or something. I will say, and we got on the discussion of maybe it's the fabric. You put something in this fabric and it kind of blows up versus something like the Civic Half Zip that might not look as beastly when you put it in there. So one of the reasons I want to check out the double compartment Go Ruck that I'm getting the 18 liter, is I'm going to try to replace my daily. And I know that doesn't have bottle holders. I felt like using this Osprey bag this week made me feel a little bit better. I used the packed travel mug, as I always do, and I put it in with the other things, and nothing got wet, nothing went crazy. So I'm trying to get over my paranoia that everything's going to spill all over my electronics. So I'm gonna give that a little bit of a shot with the Go Ruck. And then for my daily non-travel needs, I don't really desperately need a bottle holder. I'm in my own car. I can carry a coffee cup. So I think for that it might be really good. So anyhow, that's it. Have a great day.